Lily Tomlin and Jane Fonda, acclaimed actresses and fast friends, now bidding a fond farewell to Grace and Frankie, their norm-defying comedy series.
We'll form an old lady gang. We're creaky but tough.
Congratulations on the conclusion of Grace and Frankie. You're making a little face when I say that. How does that?
Well, it's just sort of, it's also bittersweet, a little sadness.
Just out of the blue, a couple of days ago, Lily said, I miss Grace and Frankie, and I knew what she meant. It was a crazy ride.
It's octogenarian legends in perfect sync. Grace and Frankie ending a 7-season Netflix run with 12 episodes, among its funniest and most poignant.
I'm gonna be murdered.
The tenderness between the two of you throughout these last episodes just makes your heart explode in a couple.
Oh, God. You're gonna make me cry. Suddenly, women come up to you and say, my sister was gonna kill herself because her husband left her, and I got her to start watching Grace and Frankie, and she's okay.
The show tackling such aging issues as memory loss, the fear of dying.
I mean, the reality is one of us is gonna lose the other.
Unless we do a Thelma and Louise thing, which I'm open to.
Pass.
As wives dumped when husbands Martin Sheen and Sam Waterston fall in love,
Saul and I are in love.
Grace and Frankie's initial antipathy transformed into friendship.
The simple touch of a button.
Just one way this sitcom broke new ground for on-screen representation.
Before you say anything, we just need a seatbelt. For too long, women of a certain age were relegated to a tracksuit and a wig hat. Male stars might be 50 or 60 years old, but their girlfriends or their lovers, their wives were like maybe 19 or 22. Women were only acceptable, desirable if they were like that. I need a triumphant.
Since Grace and Frankie began in 2014, sex has been a hot, hilarious topic.
I use the vibrator you invented every night, and on some of the tougher mornings.
Its lustful doings defying stereotypes, while, as Jane points out, staying true to reality.
There are women who have sexual relations with their partner well into their 90s, you know, if everything works.
For Grace, there's a major reckoning on men in her life.
You know, I've wasted too much time catering to the men in my life.
I know what this is about. You just want to be with me.
I do. Well, like Grace, I always had a problem of, what do you want me to be? You want me to like golf? I'll learn golf.
We sort of see Grace kind of progress past the need for a man of any kind.
You can close up shop and still live a very full, authentic, vibrant life.
These future friends could not have been more different. Lily Tomlin grew up working class in Detroit. Jane Fonda was Hollywood royalty, daughter of revered film actor Henry Fonda.
When you would talk about your father, you would say he never brought home the joy of acting.
Yeah. No, my dad suffered from undiagnosed depression. Everything was so hard for him. Mm-hmm. And I just sort of thought, well, I don't want to do that.
My father worked in a factory. He had a third-grade education. I sensed his pride he had in what he did.
He'd bring her when she was 4 to the corner bar with him and stand her up on the bar and have her sing and dance for his friends. That makes me so jealous.
But I'd get a 7-Up.
By 1969, Lily Tomlin's comic characterizations on Laugh-In made her a star.
Only bad ladies take off their clothes. So I went to sleep with my coat and my shoes on.
Jane Fonda had become a film actress and activist. 10 years later, she was producing her own movies, one of them based on her time as a secretary.
I was secretary for one boss.
At a literary magazine, and you got fired. Why?
Because I wouldn't sleep with him. One of my very close friends was an office worker. She would tell me stories, and that's what led me to want to make 9 to 5.
Jane Fonda. Lily Tomlin.
That's how these two first collaborated. When they joined forces with Dolly Parton,
Violet, honey, would you come over here for a second?
the 1980 result was a zeitgeisty big-screen comedy that advanced the conversation. That sublime trio reunites for Grace and Frankie's finale.
To have Dolly there at that...
Isn't that amazing? And the way that she's there, how she... we can't say it, but oh my God.
To see her again with the two of you, what was that like to, we won't say what it is, but what was it like to have her join the two of you once again?
It seemed, well, God, we've been waiting. We've been standing here by the bus stop for ages waiting for you to show up. Yes. And now we can really go home.
How much of the relationship that we see between the two of you on screen has to do with your friendship in real life?
We got very close after all those years. She cracks me up all the time, and
she's easily crackable.
They may be the only sitcom stars ever to have been taken into custody at the same time.
We've done a lot of activism together. She came and got arrested with me in D.C. for Fire Drill Fridays, and I don't know, we share a lot of the same values.
She has integrated her commitment to social justice in every aspect of her life.
These two receiving Lifetime Achievement kudos. Lily paying tribute to Jane at the 2015 Vanguard Awards.
Sometime in Jane's life, as a young person, she looked at everything that was around her and she said, I can make it better.
Fonda returning the favor, honoring Tomlin as she's enshrined outside the TCL Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
I'm very moved to be here.
Where showbiz legends have long been immortalized, a career and a friendship to celebrate.
Why did this one mean so much to you then?
Because when Jane spoke, and she was so moving, I suddenly felt like I really belonged, like I felt like I was part of that history. And I felt like, boy, am I lucky.
Our thanks to Chris. The 7th and final season of Grace and Frankie drops tomorrow on Netflix.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.